Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 846 Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a battle I've got for you today. A very close battle indeed. But which way is it going to go? Well, we just have to wait and see. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu, who has unusually bought the Pontus faction. Now, Mantu has got 14 pikes and 6 chariots. Okay, 14 pikes, 6 chariots. Check out the upgrades on his pikes. And you'll see he's got 8 upgrades, so that's 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack for his pikemen, giving the Pontus a lot of morale there with the 2 experience stripes. And just look at the length of the pikes that the enemy troops have got to fight down to kill the man on the other end. And then we're going to have a look at the infamous chariots here. Okay, remember, like we've talked about before, these guys got a big attacking specifications. They got a big fear factor, taking morale away from enemy troops, making them more susceptible to routing. But if they run amok, they kill both friend and foe alike, and they become a menace to both friend and foe alike. And if your chariots do run amok and they start killing your allies, you can become unpopular very, very quickly with your team. So, as I say, it's a very double-edged sword bringing chariots. If you don't feel confident or competent in using them, I think you need to think really hard before you bring them. Because, as I say, they seem to be even stronger in a muck mode than they do in normal mode. So, very strange. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Firstprime. Now, Firstprime, unusually, okay, get ready for this, has got 20 pike units. And if you look at the upgrades, that's gold shield, just gold shield, gold attack on his 20 pike units. Now, those of you that like figures might like to know that his army consists of 2,420 pikemen. Yes, 2,420 pikemen. That's what 121 units equates to. So, oh my gosh, he's gone for quantity over quality. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Madking, and he has got a 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 14 infantry and 6 cavalry from Madking. There, I think if I remember correctly, he's bought himself, yes he does, an eagle unit there. Now that's an extra morale boosting unit there, very good to bring. So he's got 2 morale boosting units with his general, infantry general, and his eagle unit there. So that's a very good thing to have there. Extra morale for your troops, always a good thing. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. He's got his very old Roman army of 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. So there's our team. This should be a cracking game for you to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Punisher, who has unusually bought the Germanic faction. Now, Punisher has got 10 chosen axemen, 3 berserkers, and I think 5 cavalry there. Okay, quick look at the chosen axemen there. You'll see he just got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. But here, remember, these chosen axemen carry effective against armor axes that can cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman infantry. And don't forget, they've got the same morale as urban cohorts, excellent morale. And he's got his cavalry obviously hiding in the woods there. If you look at his cavalry, he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there. Okay, he's gone for barbarian noble cavalry. I think that's a bit cheaper than the Gothic cavalry there. So my guess is that he's put good upgrades on his berserkers, who are, of course, hiding in the woods. Right, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Lando. Now, Lando's got 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. This is his standard Roman army that he brings to every battle. And I'd just like to show you the checkerboard infantry formation there that was actually used by the Romans back in the day. So that is an authentic Roman battle formation there. And as I say, I believe it's called the checkerboard battle formation. So it'll be interesting to see how well Lando uses that during the course of the battle. Their next teammate is somebody who's called himself OTD Chinny Pooch, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. And SR has got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 14 infantry and 6 cavalry there. And just to show you a unit you don't see very often on the 31k battlefield, and that is that unit there. Cavalry Auxiliary Missile Unit. You don't see this unit very often. You can see they throw pilers from the saddle there. But as I say, on the 31k battlefield, that is an unusual unit to see. Okay, there. And let's have a quick look at the upgrades on Scorpion King's cavalry. And he's got 7 upgrades: an experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack. And their next teammate is somebody who's called himself Salty Cracker, Brotherhood member Salty Cracker, but is in fact Brotherhood member Cormac. Now he has got 16 Spartans. Yes, 16 Spartans. Now to bring 16 Spartans, you can't have gold shield, gold attack upgrades there. So as you can see, he's just got 5 upgrades. Now I'm thinking he's probably got gold attack and silver defense there. Obviously, I don't really know, but that's what I think there. He's a very aggressive attacking player with the Spartans. So I'm thinking gold defense, gold attack, silver defense there. It should be a great battle for you to watch. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, you'll see that Firstprime is taking his Macedonian army into the woods there. And you'll see that I'm running my army over from the left flank over to the right flank here to team up with my teammates. Okay, so as you can see there, my blue Scipio army running over there to form up with my teammates. You'll see Mantu moving his Pontus pikemen across there as well. And as usual there, you'll see Scorpion King SR, as we know, very aggressive attacking player right from the beginning of battles there. And you can see that he's laying his credentials on the table right from the beginning of the battle. Over here you'll see that, as we saw, Firstprime was taking his massive Macedonian army through the woods there, and it looks like he's teamed up with Madking. Whether they want to stay over on this part of the battlefield or whether they'll want to move over towards myself and Mantu later on in the battle, we'll just have to see. But just to say, don't forget that Firstprime's Macedonian army consists of 2,420 men, but of course he's had to lower the upgrades on those troops, so he's gone for quantity over quality. Now, as I say here, you'll see Scorpion King moving a peasant unit forward there. Okay, you'll see that unit there. He often uses a peasant unit in his Roman army. Remember, a peasant unit, cheapest unit in the game, but if it stands its ground, it'll soak up enemy pilers as good as any other unit. So I think that's why Scorpion King brings that unit there. As I say, you can see my blue Scipio army has just reached the right flank here to team up with Mantu's Pontus spearmen. Now, of course, what Scorpion King would really like to do is get into piler range. Let's pause the game for a second here. What he'd like to do is get into piler range of my Pontus ally Mantu, so he can throw loads of his pilers into the forward units of Mantu's battle formation there. That's what Scorpion King really wants to do. So what I'm going to try and do is bring my Scipio army over to be a shield for my Pontus ally. And here is Mantu's chariots here. He's put them all the way over here on the far right flank. That's so he can move them round very flexibly there as he moves the chariots round there. He can hit wherever he wants from that position. So that's why he's taking them all the way over there. But as I say, for me now, I think I need to put my Scipio army in front of my Pontus army here, so that it's going to be Rome versus Rome. And then Mantu can move his Pontus pikes to other parts of the battlefield where he may well be needed there. Okay, as I say, you can see my Scipio army there now, kind of being the shield there from the red Julii pilers that Scorpion King wants to throw into my Pontus ally. Okay, so you can see them moving over there, and you can see Scorpion King moving over there now. And here you'll see that Firstprime is bringing his massive Macedonian army back through the woods here, back over to us on this particular flank, which is what we thought he might do. And you can see the enemy team moving slowly forward there. Now I want to see what Madking's doing over there, our green Brutii ally. I hope he's moving towards us as well, or he may well get isolated there over on that particular part of the battlefield. But as I say, here you'll see Scorpion King. I think he's bringing his cavalry over as well. And as I say, Mantu's chariots there are loitering with intent, and I'm pretty sure the intent would be to like to smash into the flank or the rear of Scorpion King's army. Right, can you see there? Remember we looked at this unit, this missile cavalry unit of Scorpion King's he had hiding in the woods there. He's now going to bring that unit out to start throwing those pilers into Mantu's chariots there. So a nice little move there Obviously, Scorpion King thought of this when he saw Mantu bringing Pontus there. You can see them throwing those pilers into those chariots, although I don't think that unit's going to do a lot of damage. That's why you don't see missile cavalry units, Roman missile cavalry units, much on the 31k battlefield, because they don't seem to be that effective in a 31k battle. Probably in a CWB 15k battle they may well be a lot more use there. Here you can see Punisher moving his Germanic army into the woods. Now, can you think why he's doing that? Okay, well, as we know, the Germanic army gets a winter bonus as well as a woods bonus there. And what he's doing, he's taking his infantry into the woods because he'd like to fight us in the woods where he gets the woods bonus. Okay, but we're aware of that, so whether we want to fight him in the woods or not, probably not. You can see Madking there is now decided to move his Green Bruto army over to the rest of his allies over there on the right flank. As I say, I was a bit worried about his positioning there because, make no mistake, the enemy had spotted him there and were probably looking to isolate him if they could. Just looking at the disposition of Lando's Julii infantry and the Greek cities there, as I say, it looks to me like they were looking to target Mad King. So I'm glad he's bringing his army over to the rest of us here on this right flank. Okay, so you can see, as I say, that fast-moving missile unit of Scorpion Kings there. But I think, if I remember correctly, I watched this, I think they throw those pilers in, but I don't think they do any damage to the chariots there. I can't see the chariots, you know, being taken out at all by those spears. So, as I say, the Roman missile troops not very effective on the 31k battlefield there, as you could see. Okay, so over here now you'll see that our team is kind of forming up, looking like maybe a little bit defensive there, possibly. I know Firstprime, we know Firstprime is very, very aggressive there with his, especially with his 2,420 Macedonian pikemen there, looking to take on the Greek cities of Cormac there. But just to show you once again, I know we've looked at this in other battle videos, but just have another look. Look at the length of those Macedonian pikes. And if you can just make a mental note of the length of those Macedonian pikes. Now look at the short spears of the Spartans there. So, of course, if the Spartans fight the Macedonians, they're going to lose loads of men as they try and fight down the pikes before they get even into range with their short spears. So, as I say, it's when I've got Greek cities, I always try and avoid the long piked factions if I possibly can, just because of the casualties I'll take trying to fight them head on. You can see the Germanic troops of Punisher moving forward there, and now I think he's going to move back out of the woods there. I think he was moving forward, but he decided to move back out the woods when he saw those Macedonian pikes. Remember, pikes and spears kill barbarian troops quite quickly. Okay, so over here, as I say, you can see I've got my Scipio army still facing the Julii army of Scorpion King there. Okay, so I think this is a fair kind of duel, if you like, Rome versus Rome. And Mantu, if he could, it'd be a good idea for him to kind of shadow Germania there. As I say, pikes and spears, they kill barbarian troops quite quickly, especially Germanic troops, because none of the Germanic troops have got any armor on at all, so their defense is quite low, and if they get anywhere near pikes or spears, they do die quite quickly. So really, Mantu's Pontus army is best to try and take on Germania. Here you'll see Mad King's Brutio army. As I say, he's moved over to this right flank now, so we're all together now. I remember at the time waiting for Mantu to move over to face Germania, and I thought, well, I'd better face Germania as well at this stage of the battle, just in case they try coming in on my flank. But what would be a good idea now if Mantu could move forward towards Germania so he can take on those Germanic troops, and then I'll turn my Scipio army to face Scorpion King's Julii army coming in on me. Unfortunately now, can you see I'm showing Scorpion King my flank? Okay, a very weak part of my battle formation there. And let Scorpion King looking to charge his cavalry. Now, whether he's going to go through with that cavalry charge, because he can see that I'm turning my infantry now. There. He may well do a combination infantry and cavalry attack in a moment, but as I say, I'm turning my infantry as fast as I can. There is a bit of lag in this game because there's so many pike and spear units there that it does tend to cause a bit of lag with some people's computers here. And bearing in mind that Firstprime's got 121 man units, that is going to cause a bit of lag for some people's computers. There now you can see that Cormac has bypassed those Macedonian pikes and is attacking Madking's Brutii infantry. And here you can see Lando's a checkerboard infantry battle formation moving around the trees there, looking to back up his Greek cities allies, maybe against Cormac's Brutii troops. Madking's Brutii troops there. But as I say, over here I'm trying to turn my infantry battle formation as fast as I can so I don't get hit in the flank. And there you can see Scorpion King's cavalry coming into my infantry there, and bang, as he smashes in to my infantry. And there you can see him moving his infantry forward as well. If you notice, I'm counter-attacking with my cavalry as well there. Try and take a bit of pressure off my infantry there, and you'll see Scorpion King now is moving his cavalry back just as my cavalry hits there. Okay, so as I say, needed a counter-attack there, try and take a bit of pressure off my infantry. But now I can see Germanic troops coming in on the flank of my battle formation. See that Germanic cavalry? And bang! As it smashes into the flank of my battle formation. You'll see Scorpion King making the most of that and doing a surge attack with his infantry and cavalry straight into my Scipii battle formation. And bang! As his cavalry smashes in there as well. Okay, so I've got all of Scorpion King's infantry and cavalry attacking the forward units of my battle formation. Over here you can see the Germanic troops, including the Berserkers, there with the Chosen Axemen, where they're effective against armour axes. And as I say, 3 Berserkers all heading over to hit the flank of my Scipii army there. So I just hope that Mantu can see the threat and puts a pike barrier out there to try and hold back the Germania army there. But you can see he's taking some of his pikes over here to help Firstprime fight the Greek cities there. Okay, but as I say, don't forget that Firstprime's massive Macedonian army there could cause the enemy a lot of problems there. But you can see Lando moving his Julia infantry round there. You can see, if you look at our team, I think we look a little bit defensive. Do you think we look a little bit defensive there? Looks like we're kind of handing the handing the initiative to the enemy here. But as I say, you can see Scorpion King really attacking my blue Scipio army there. And as I say, you can see Lando has tactically brought his army, both infantry and cavalry, round the back of the trees there, and is now attacking into Mad King's green Brutii troops there. So, and here you can see, if you look over, you can see the Germanic troops moving towards our troops as well at this stage of the battle. But say Scorpion King being very, very aggressive with his cavalry. If you notice, he's charging his cavalry in, hitting my infantry, and then pulling his cavalry back out to get the full charge, cavalry charge bonus there. So, and there comes that Germanic infantry with the Berserkers, 3 Berserker units, and all those effective against armour Chosen Axemen could come into the flank of my infantry. Mantu's put a pike wall up there, but it's not quite covering the flank of my infantry as he moves the rest of his pikes over here to try and help Mad King against Lando's red Julia army there. Okay, remember, we are the green, the blue, Pontus and Macedon. But you can see there that it looks to me like Cormac's avoided the Macedonian pikes there to get his spears into our allies' green Brutii infantry there. Okay, so as I say, here you'll see Scorpion King SR really pushing his cavalry and infantry into my battle formation there. You'll see Lando's red Julia infantry, as I say, come round the flank of us there. So my flank is now exposed to Lando's infantry there as well, or his cavalry if he charges him. And of course you've got the Germanic infantry, as I say, and now approaching. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Punisher has now activated all 3 of his Berserkers. Now remember, Berserkers are arguably the most powerful units in the game, and Punisher has just activated all 3 of them there. Okay, 1, 2, and I believe the third one's over there. There you are. You can see the 3rd Berserker unit there. So all of his Berserkers have been activated, and he is throwing his effective against armor axemen into my blue Scipii infantry. As well, as I say, Scorpion King's red Julii infantry and cavalry are attacking my forward battle formation there. We got Lando coming in from the flank. Oh my gosh. Things not looking very good here. And as I say, you can see that Cormac has avoided the Macedonian pikes there to bring his pikes to attack our Brutii ally there with his Spartans there. So that was a nice bit of avoidance there by Cormac. And over here at the rear you can see that Mantu's got his chariots. Now he's going to have to use his chariots. He's going to have to time the attack really well. Make no mistake, Scorpion King's years of experience will tell him that those chariots are behind him, so he'll be ready to counter a chariot attack if it comes in. Okay, but as I say, at the moment, that Germanic army, all those effective against armor axemen, and those 3 Berserker units are all hitting my Scipii army there. I've charged my cavalry in there as well in a desperate attempt to try and take pressure off my infantry. You can see Mantu has brought some of his pikes forward as well, but I'm not sure how long my Scipii army can hold against a combined Julii infantry and Germanic attack. Okay, now over here, Mantu's charged his chariots forward, but Scorpion King was waiting for that, and he's now charged his infantry and cavalry into Mantu's chariots there to neutralise them. You can see the impact of the chariots, so throwing enemy infantry up into the air there. That's the impact and charge bonus that those chariots have got. Look. So the power of the chariots there, plus of course the fear factor they've got as well. Make no mistake, those chariots will be causing the enemy quite a bit of damage there. But as I say, Scorpion King saw those chariots, was waiting for those chariots to attack, and he's now counter-attacked them. Meanwhile here, you can see the massive attack coming in on my Scipii infantry. Now what I'm thinking here is if I can charge my cavalry into the flank of those tired Germanic troops, very tired Germanic troops, I might get a rout going there. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, but as I say, you can see there that a lot of my units are starting to rout now. You can see a lot of my Scipii units are starting to rout under the pressure of those Germanic and Julii troops attacking me, plus the fear factor of those Berserkers as well. Meanwhile, over here, you can see that a Firstprime is bringing his Macedonians forward, trying to get into the rear of the enemy Greek cities there, and you've got Lando's Julii troops coming in on our flank. So this game is really up in the air at the moment. As I say though, if I can get a cavalry charge into the flank of those very tired Germanic troops, we may well, I'm hoping, we may well get a mass rout going there. I've just got to get my cavalry in the right spot there to charge in there right into the rear or flank of those Germanic troops if I can. And there goes my cavalry. Right, can you see my cavalry now? I'm charging into those Germanic troops, and bang, as I smash in there. That's what I wanted. I wanted a mass rout of the Germanic troops there, and my cavalry has managed to do that. Here comes Madking's cavalry as well to finish off any Germanic troops that were left there. So that was a really good combination cavalry charge by myself and Madking there to take out the Germanic troops that were viciously attacking my battle formation there. Let's say, meanwhile, over here you can see the mass pikes of Firstprime there attacking the Greek city Spartans of Salty Cracker or Cormac, whichever you want to call him there. As I say, that is a real fierce battle there between the Spartans and the Macedonians there. And as I say, Lando's now committed all his infantry. You can see all his infantry are charging in on us as well. As I say, my Scipii troops, I can see I'm losing units there all the time. You can see Lando's brought his cavalry round to this flank as well. I think he's just finished off what was left of my cavalry there. My cavalry was extremely battle damaged there, and I think he's just finished them off with his cavalry. But as I say, just look at the pressure that my Scipii army is under. There goes Lando's cavalry, look, and bang, as he charges in there, trying to rout what's left of my Scipii army there, but still my troops are just managing to hold. Luckily, I think my general's still alive as well, so I'm managing to give the general morale bonus to my troops there. But as I say, this battle is really up in the air at the moment. the mass pikes of First Prime's Macedonian army will be causing a lot of casualties there. That's good news. We just routed the Greek city's general, so we've taken the general morale bonus away from the the enemy troops there. So that's good news for us. But I think I've just got 3 units left. Right here you can see Lando moving his cavalry round. Now he's going to be looking for an opportunity there to use his cavalry in a very effective way, obviously. And it looks like he may well look to come into the flank of our fighting troops, or he may well go over to help his infantry fighting the Macedonians there. He may well take his cavalry over to do that. But here you can see I've got 3 units left. Right, here comes Lando's cavalry there. And he's going to charge into the Macedonians of First Prime. There you go. He's going to help his infantry out there. Look, and bang! As that cavalry smashes in there. But did you notice that First Prime's in the woods there? And did you notice that tree in between Lando's cavalry and the Macedonian pikes? Well, that tree, obviously, if you charge cavalry into a tree, that's going to take a lot of the charge bonus out of a unit. So that cavalry attack there did lose a lot of charge bonus there. Here you can see First Prime bringing his pikes over to help his other pikes there, if you see what I mean, attack the rear of those Julii troops. Madking's holding well with his Brutii troops there. And as I say, over here you can see the enemy are making a concerted effort to take out my Scipii army and the couple of Pontus units there of Mantu. Okay, but as I say, I've just got 3 extremely battle damaged units left. That's all I've got in my whole army. But still, they're still holding on there against that massive attack of Julii infantry and cavalry by Scorpion King there. So I'm pleased with the way that my army is still managing to hold there. But as I say, maybe the battle might be decided with the Macedonian pikes there. Whereas I say, First Prime's gone for quantity over quality. Will that be a good thing to do? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Here comes Lando's cavalry looking to cause a lot of mischief behind us here, coming in on the rear or our flanks there. Now, if he charges into the rear of my Scipii troops, are my troops going to rout? There goes the enemy cavalry. There goes Lando's cavalry. Look, and bang! As he charges in to the rear of my troops. Right, I've just got 2 units left. Make no mistake, he's going for my general there. Wants to take out the general morale bonus. But as I say, you can see I've just got 2 units left now. An Eagle unit and my general unit, and that is the entirety of my army. That is how close this battle is going to be. Just 2 units left out of 15 infantry units. 2 infantry units left. That's all I've got. All my cavalry is dead there. And you can see the enemy Julii infantry and cavalry moving in around us there. You can see that a Mantu has got 3 or 4 of his pike units there. Oh my gosh, that's extremely bad news for us. I think our Pontus allies general's just been taken out. Look at these Julii troops coming in on our flank as well. Oh my gosh. Things not looking very good for our team at this stage of the battle. I can't believe I've still got 2 units fighting, still even now. 2 of my units still managing to fight. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So as I say, you can see First Prime's Macedonians have done a good job on the enemy over there, and he's moving his Macedonian pikes across to us here. You can see Mantu bringing some of his Pontus pikes over here as well to help out. But as I say, I think the enemy would like to take out my army here and the units of Mantu's Pontus pikes at this particular part of the battlefield. I think that's what they look like they're trying to do. Oh my gosh, there, as I say, the Pontus general of Mantu has been killed and taken out there, so we've lost a general morale bonus there as well. But you can see the enemy troops really closing in on my Scipii troops there, really pushing in. But as I say, you can see our allies pikes coming over there. First Prime's running his massive pike army over here as well. But no, make no mistake, he would have lost a lot of his troops. There you are. I think I've got 1 unit left now. Just my general unit left. That's all I've got. The rest of my troops are all gone. You can see the Pontus pikemen that have been fighting with me for such a long time have all been routed as well there. But as I say, You can see a lot of Julii troops, battle damaged Julii troops still there, and there's some Germanic troops as well. But looking at the pikes that Firstprime still got, that's good news. As I say, there's my general unit there with 12. I think got 12 men in. That's the entirety of my army. But as I say, just look at those massive pikes of Macedon and Pontus there. There you can see Scorpion King's just charged some of his infantry in to some of our pikes there. And I think that's Lando's infantry there, very battle damaged infantry there. He'll send them in as well. But as I say, the amount of pikes that Firstprime bought in that army, 20 pike units, equating to 2,420 men. I mean, he really did go for quality over quantity there. And as I say, here you can see the Julii troops of both Scorpion King and Lando there, just trying to pick off some of our pike units there. That's what they're trying to do. I think Lando has just admitted defeat there, and I think Punisher has admitted defeat as well. So I think it's just Scorpion King's Julii troops that are still fighting, and he's just admitted defeat. So our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. So as I say, that is the entirety of my army there. I think, what's that, 8? Looks like 8 men to me. Oh, and there's Firstprime's general. Remember, that's a 121 man unit there, reduced to 1 man, and the 1 man that survived is his general. So that general's been given his troops the general morale bonus all the way through the battle. And there's my troops there, 8 men, is it? That's all I've got left. Out of 15 infantry units and 5 cavalry units, just 8 men. That's all I've got left there. And as I say, I think Pontus has got a few battle damaged units left as well. But if you go over here in the woods, you can see that was a massive battle there. That was where I think the Macedonians, the Greek cities, our Brutii ally, the Julii enemy were all fighting in this woods area here. If we move over here, you can see more dead here. Actually, I think in some ways it's a condensed battle where most of the dead are, but if you notice here, also it is quite spread out as well, with like little battles going on around the peripherals, if you like, of the main battle there. Look at that Germanic cavalry there taken out, and here you can see more dead. But of course, as we move in to this particular part of the battlefield, this is of course where the heaviest fighting was. This is where the real crux of the battle was here, if you like. You can always tell that just by the amount of dead that are there. I mean, and you can see carcasses of the chariots there, of the Pontus chariots. I think over here there's going to be a lot there. As you can see, this is where Scorpion King was waiting for that chariot attack of Mantu's to come in, and then he committed his infantry and cavalry to counter the chariot attack of Mantu, and that's why there's so many dead chariots there, if you like. So I just think the amount of pikes that we had on our team here really did make a difference for us there. And that's the entirety of Mad King's army, 3 very battle damaged infantry units there. That's all that's left of Mad King's army. So it just goes to show how much this was a real battle, you know, of attrition, really, I think, to be honest with you, just looking at what's left there. And yes, you can see a lot of Macedonian units there, but they will all be severely battle damaged. I think Mantu's got maybe 4 or 5 very, very battle damaged units left as well. So it just goes to show how close this battle was. Just looking at the units we've got left. I'm just looking at that run amok chariot, hoping it's not going to charge into any of our allies there. Okay, so first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played well there. And as you can see, it is a close victory, as we thought it would be. And the highest kills in the game, unusually, okay, goes to Salty Cracker, or Cormac. And he's got over 2,000 kills there with his 16 Spartan units. So really well done to Cormac there. Did really well with Greek cities. He doesn't bring Greek cities very often, but I thought he did well there with his 16 units. So well done to Cormac, or Salty Cracker, whichever you want to call him. So well done to Punisher. He didn't quite get 1,000 kills, so he'll be a bit disappointed. But I thought he did well with Germania. So well done to Punisher there. Well done to Lando. Great kills there. for Lando. Really good kills, 1,800. I mean, that's really good kills there for him. And well done to Scorpion King, got some good kills there as well. As I say, well done to Cormac. Just like to draw your attention here, Cormac got the highest kills in the game. Lando got the second highest kills in the game. And they're in the losing team. How unusual is to get first and second best kills in the game and be in a losing team. Okay, my kills, not too bad. Yeah, it's all right. If you notice, I was defensive in that battle a lot of the time there. So to get that many kills, I'm quite pleased with that. Well done to Madking. As I say, got less than 1,000 kills, so we might be a bit disappointed with that. But I thought he played really well. So well done to Madking. Well done to Firstprime with that massive army he had. 2,421 men. I mean, oh my gosh. So he got some good kills there, and he's still got over 1,000 men left. Look there. So well done to Firstprime, and well done to Mantu. Got some great kills there with his Pontus army. He doesn't bring Pontus very often, so well done to Mantu there. So really well done. Do you think anybody had faction advantage? We got Rome, Macedon, and Pontus. I think that's quite a strong team. They got Germania, Rome, and Greek cities. So I think that's a strong combination as well. So please leave a comment if you enjoyed this battle. I like to read what you think about our battles. It's always very interesting to see what you really think. Okay, Spartan Commander saying bye for now. See you soon.